back. Hey, look who's here. Hey, me Matt. Hey, me Matt here. 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 Hey, me Matt. Hey, me and Matt here, and Summerslam was awesome. And it was like one of the things that make pay-per-views awesome is when things go right. And I mean, the way people go over, and they actually have fucking pyro. So that was awesome. I mean, seriously. I didn't think for the longest time we were going to see that again. But, and it's too bad that I wasn't there because it would have been cool to see that as well. You know, I've never been to the ACC or the Skydome, so I don't know, you know, what it's like. So it was a really good show. Like, I mean, SummerSlam was good. There's really not too many complaints, but obviously there are a couple. So we got the match for the pre-show. We've got 3 pre-show matches. We've got Drew Gulak versus Oni Lorcan for the Cruiserweight title, as was announced when we talked about Wheels of Fury predictions. And this was a really good match too. It seems like Oni and Lorcan didn't match up to Drew Gulak. And, I mean, it was a good match anyways, but this is something that was more or less Drew Gulak's fight. He basically really was strong in this match. So yeah, Drew Gulak did win, retaining the Cruiserweight title, so that was awesome. Then we get Buddy Murphy versus Apollo Crews. It's cool to see Apollo, and you know, this was a really good match too. I think that Buddy Murphy really showed how powerful he was, and yeah, I mean, Apollo definitely got his in too. The match abruptly ends though, and Rowan comes in and just demolishes Buddy Murphy, saying, "Don't ever mention my name again," blah blah blah, referring to SmackDown. And what did this past week, or last week, I guess. And so this is all due to Roman Reigns and having, you know, Buddy saying that it was Roman that ran Roman Reigns over. So obviously Roman didn't do that, so I mean, okay, interesting. Then we got a segment with Elias, and he's singing. It's actually pretty funny, a song about Toronto and what kind of things that suck at Toronto. And then Edge comes out. Edge makes an appearance on SummerSlam, and he comes in and he, you know, I'm 35 years old. Edge is in his 40s, and he has a really, you know, full head of hair. And here I am. But anyways, he comes in and he actually does a Spirit of Samson, which I think, holy shit. So I don't know if he's getting therapy for his neck and shoulders and whatever, but for him to be doing a Spirit like that, that's pretty cool. I know that he did Vikings, and I'm not quite sure what kind of stunts he did or what he did for that show, but yeah, it was interesting to see a spear from Edge again. And then we had the tag team match, last match of the pre-show, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, the tag team champions, versus the Iconics. And this was a good match too. I mean, for how, I guess, small Alexa and Nikki are, they really did a good job at teamwork as well. So did the Iconics. I mean, Billy Kay definitely tried to take out Nikki in the match. Didn't work, obviously, and Alexa and Nikki retained. So, then we go on to the main show. We have Becky Lynch versus Natalya for the Raw Women's Championship. And, you know, for a lot of flack that I guess I don't give her that much flack, but for the flack that I do give Natalya, she actually did a really good job being, you know, brutal with Becky. Like, she did a fucking sharpshooter on the top rope, a super sharpshooter on the top rope, so obviously, which didn't really work. Becky Lynch did a sharpshooter to Natalya. Natalya retaliated by doing the disarm her, and that actually looked like it was painful. This was a really good match. The match obviously went to Becky Lynch. She retained the title. And yeah, so, and she did it all with her ponytail still intact. So this was a good match as well. And we had a match here that obviously I didn't want to see, but, you know, this was actually pretty funny. So Dolph Ziggler comes out and he's running down Goldberg and blah blah blah. So out comes Bill Goldberg and more pyro. Holy shit. So he comes to the ring and I think Dolph tries to fight him off. Obviously, jackhammer, a spear, and vice versa. But Dolph Ziggler gets pinned, loses the match, and so Goldberg goes to leave, and he doesn't even make it to Gorilla when Dolph picks up the mic and says, "You haven't beat me. You know, we should have did this man to man." He didn't want to do it. That didn't make any fucking sense. So Goldberg comes back into the ring, does another spear, and then he leaves. And he leaves the arena, and Dolph still hasn't had enough. So Goldberg's music hits again. He comes into the ring, he picks up Dolph. He kind of pats his face or whatever they do as a sign of respect. And then he goes to leave. And it's a psych out moment because he runs over to the ropes and delivers the last devastating spear, and that does it. So, not a great match, obviously, but this match was good. Funny. It was funny. That's pretty much what I meant. But as for Goldberg, I'm not even sure what's going on with him now. But anyways, there it is. We had the United States Championship match. We had AJ Styles versus Ricochet. And this was a good match too. Like, I mean, it wasn't as good as they had before, but it was a good match. You had Machine Gun Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows in AJ's corner. And, you know, they didn't really interfere in the match, which I thought was great. So AJ obviously won. He actually did a super AJ Styles Clash off the top rope to get the win, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, I really don't like the fact that he's the US champion again, but I'm not quite sure what else to say, you know. It sucks. So we'll see what happens on the SmackDown. And then we have Bayley versus Ember Moon. I really liked Ember Moon's getup here. So this was, you know, Bayley doing most of the work. Ember got her shots in as well. But again, I don't know what it is with these super finishing moves, but Bayley did a Bayley to belly out of the top rope. And yeah, that won her the match. And she would team the SmackDown Women's Championship, so that's pretty cool. Then we have the interesting match that, yeah, Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. And if I had to nitpick on any of these matches, obviously, I fucking hate, bullies who think that they can do whatever they want and you don't have to retaliate, or you can't retaliate because whatever. So, he comes out and he brings out Elias as a special guest enforcer. And the match just starts off, Shane McMahon would just leave the ring. So Elias would block Kevin from doing anything. And this happened a few times. But Elias got a chair, tried to get Kevin to use it. So the ref got knocked out at one point. So Kevin went and hit Elias with the chair a few times. Then went into the ring. He was going to hit Shane with the chair. Then another ref came in. Unless it was the same ref, I don't know. And stopped Kevin from using it. So he takes the chair, he gets it out of the ring. Kevin kicks Shane in the balls. Ref turns around. Kevin does a stunner to win the match. Now, Kevin did the cannonball too, as well. And, did 2 off the top rope moves, the frog splash. So, this was a good match. It's another one of those things where, yeah, we talk about the Attitude Era with Vince and Austin. And it's like, yeah, I get it. Vince would have Steve, and he would, do all these nasty things to him and talk shit about him. But in the end, it was Stone Cold that got the win. So that was a little bit like that. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow because it's Monday now, so Raw's on. But this is pretty cool. But we'll see what happens. And then we had a submission match with Trish Stratus and Charlotte Flair. They did an interview with Trish Stratus and Charlie Caruso backstage. At least I think it was Charlie. Or I can't remember. But anyways, yeah, so you have this match was pretty good. Even Trish tried to do figure 8, and that looked pretty good. Those yoga moves come in handy, I guess. But that was pretty cool. She did the Bulldog a few times as well. And unfortunately, Charlotte won. Which I didn't want to happen, but there you go. So really I don't know what the point of that was. However, I did say it's actually pretty cool when you put in the old talent puts the new talent over, I guess. But she lost. Obviously she's in her hometown, so Charlotte leaves, and then Trish poses for the audience and gets into the ring, only to come back and to go up on the top rope one more time. So I don't think that's over for Trish. I just don't know what else they can do for her. That's just it. But we'll see in the future, I guess. But we have the WWE Championship match, Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton. And this was a good match because you thought Randy Orton was going to win. He definitely beat the shit out of Kofi, and, this was actually one of those things where, Kofi was outside. Randy Orton came out taunting Kofi's family. So Kofi, rightfully so, got pissed off and beat the shit out of Randy Orton. Unfortunately, they got a double count out. So, yes, it pisses me off that that's a double count out, but Kofi Kingston is still the champion, so there it is. And then we had Finn Balor versus The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Now, I had thought that the Demon was going to come out, but It is what it is. This was a pretty good match too, obviously, and I'm glad that Bray Wyatt won this match. I mean, yeah, Finn also got his and tried to get the best out of Bray Wyatt, and Bray won with the mandible claw, and it was good because I think introducing the Fiend, it's kind of like, you should have him win a match. Just have him win, and then we'll see where this feud goes, but I'm not quite sure. But yeah, Bray Wyatt won, so, and an awesome theme music too, I love it. It's a metal version of his old theme, so that's pretty fucking cool. And then we had the Universal Championship match. Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. And yeah, Brock Lesnar definitely took Seth to Suplex City, which I thought was going to happen. But here's the thing. I think it was twice that the suplex happened and Seth landed on his feet. Now, Seth did get more leverage towards the end. He hit a curb stomp. He did a few other moves. I think he did a frog splash at some point. Not quite sure. But fucking Seth Rollins won. He is now the two-time Universal Champion. And it's like, yeah, this is awesome. I mean, I can't believe it myself. But let's just hope that this happens for a while. That stays, relevant, I guess. I don't know what to say. But we'll see where it goes. I think the star of the match was Paul Heyman because, just kind of outside looking at Brock like this. And he's got that look on his face like he wants to fuck him. So, the reactions of Paul Heyman is pretty cool, But anyways, Seth won the match and is now the champion. Apparently, Paul Heyman wanted Brock to lose. I didn't watch that video, but I'll have to. But anyways, so that was SummerSlam. It was a really good show. No complaints, which is odd. But anyways, so we'll talk to you later. Bye.